Morning, George. I know everybody's probably watching Travis's premiere right now, so there probably won't be anybody here. That's all right. Hey, John. Morning. This is just an impromptu little. I'm just tinkering away here this morning, so I just thought anybody might want to see. Have a little chat this morning. His latest video, George. Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah. Morning, John. Yes, glue gun for fun. Absolutely. Absolutely, John. We like to have fun with the glue gun around here. Gonna I'm making a mold box, so I just thought maybe it might be of interest to some people. I know I have videos out there about how to do this, but yeah, John, this glue gun is old. It's very old, kind of like me. Still has a little value though. Hey, morning, Michael. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. Like I was saying, I'm just making a mold box here. I'm finally getting around to casting this 132 scale midget body. I've been anxious to build 132 scale midgets. I know you guys probably get tired of the midget madness around here, but just for a little size comparison, here's the 124 scale midgets, and here's the little 132 scale midget. Quite a difference. These are going to be fun, especially on the smaller tracks. These are going to be really fun. It's been a project I've been wanting to do for many years. I actually started this project about 10 years ago. I guess it's about time I got it done. So yeah, I've already prepped a little. I've gotten the mold box ready. I use this foam core, and I've come to realize that because it's a paper backing, the silicone sticks to it way too good. So I have there you go. You can see the shine there. I've covered it in packing tape. The silicone will release from that real easy. Where's the base? There's the base. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing this morning. This afternoon, I'll crank out all the equipment and get some silicone going and pour this mold. So hopefully we'll have midgets here sometime this week. I've also got several driver figures that I'm going to be casting. If I can remember where I put them. Yeah, I'm going to build mold boxes for those too. We'll do that later. What are you guys up to today? Hey, Eric, there you are. Welcome, brother. Hey, I saw your video this morning. You saw my comment. Your track looks fantastic, man. You've really come a long way with that. It looks great. So, like I said, I prepped this morning. You guys, cutting foam boards boring to watch. This whole thing's probably going to be boring to watch, but just wanted to show what it takes. Oh yes, that does sound fun, Michael. No, thank you. You have fun at the dentist. So, yeah, there's a few people here, so I'll get started. Like I said, making the mold box for this little midget, and we start by, after the body is prepped, you have to make the body airtight, so to speak. Oh yeah, Michael. If you could steal some of his wire bending tools for braces and dentures, that would be cool. Those things are great for bending wire. They're also very expensive. That's why I don't have any more. But yeah, so you see, I line it with tape. There's other ways of doing this. You can fill it with clay, but that's a real pain. So I've switched to tape, like everybody else does. You just got to make sure it's all in there good, and there's no pockets for the silicone to leak through, like there is right there. There we go. Fill that in good. So, so that's where we're at. So now, this is the base. I marked it so I wouldn't forget, and just get it in the middle of the board here. Right, John. It is a cute little bugger. Like I said, these are going to be fun, especially on a shorter track. Little tiny buggers. So there we go. It's pretty centered. Now the glue gun comes into play. If I don't knock the computer over with the cord, and you just basically glue it to the board. Nice bead of hot glue around the tape. I'll show you when I'm done here. Pretty simple. Again, you just got to make it watertight so it doesn't leak. Of course, you're going to need more glue. Here we go. This is as much fun as watching George's paint dry last night. Sorry, the neighbors are outside making noise, so the dogs get excited. All right. See? Yes, John, you're exactly right. Now that I've glued this on, I can't show you, but I've already been researching this. That slim can bracket fits perfectly in this car. So with the little slim can motor, these little things are going to be little rocket ships. So there you go. It's glued on, about as watertight as I can make it. So now we just build the box up around it. Got to make sure you put the shiny side in. Do it from here, I think. Yeah, pretty simple. Make sure there's nowhere for the silicone to leak out. All right. There's one. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's for sure, Michael. 40K. Holy crap. They would literally be rocket ships. You'd be slamming them into the walls. So there we go. This is how we do it. There's nothing glorious about this at all. It's all just building a little box. How many castings? It's a good question, Michael. It depends on the silicone. The quality of it. When I use my expensive silicone, I could probably get 25 or 30 good, really good castings out of it before the mold starts to deteriorate a little bit. I'm going to use this new. It's not new, but Harry sent me this. Harry sent me this silicone to try. I think the general got it off of Etsy, so we're experimenting with it. We're going to see how it works. It's inexpensive, so we'll see. But yeah, I just wanted to do this. I think I've done this before on camera, but I just wanted you guys to see the process of what goes into making a mold. Shoot, ran out of glue again. There we go. Let those all set up a bit. Right. That was the idea, Eric. We're trying to see if this less expensive material will work as good as the expensive stuff. Because I tell you, people don't realize, except for the guys who have done it. Like I think old Gene Callahan found out what it costs to make a mold. If you're really doing this to try to save money, you're not gonna. Hey, Tad, welcome, brother. Yeah, this is all about the fun and the doing it. It's not about saving money, because that other silicone that I use is about $300 for a gallon kit. So it's a lot of money. Yes, Eric, they are. It's foam board. I just use this foam core, and then I cover it with the packing tape so the silicone doesn't stick into the paper. The way I used to do it was I used to use styrene sheets because it's reusable. The glue just peels off and you can reuse it again. But that got to be a pain. So this is just easier. Yeah, Ted, Michael's right. Just make it a mold box. That's all. I just thought, like I said, thought some people might be interested in it, and I also just for a little chat. Well, good morning, Bo. Nice to see you. How you feeling, man? I know you said you had some medical stuff to do today. Hope you're doing all right. It's a good thing these glue sticks are cheap. They say it's got to make sure all the holes are filled. That's good to hear, Bo. Hey, Dan. Thanks for popping in. Like I say, we're just tinkering here this morning. But you guys might like to watch me tinker. All right. The box is fully sealed. Next step. Yes, Dan, it is. I'm making a mold. I don't know if you can see it in there. 132 scale midget. Going to build some little midgets. That's kind of funny. Little midgets. Kind of ironic. So yeah, this afternoon I will pour this mold. Got to get out all my equipment. You got to degas and all that fancy good stuff. So that's all there is to it, really. Well, I'm glad you got to see it, Dan. Like I say, I know I've got videos out there that show this stuff, but sometimes, seeing it in person brings it to life. It is a 2-part mix, Michael. It is 2 parts. And the weather here in beautiful California is still cold, so I'm going to try something new. Talked to George yesterday and busted out my dehydrator. And I think that's what I'm going to do after I get this poured. I'll put it in the dehydrator to warm it and help it cure. Because it's a good 4 to 6 hour cure on this stuff. So yeah, that's my morning's activities. This is what I've been doing this morning, getting this sucker ready. I say it only took about 10 years. So now that that's done, I'm gonna let that sit for a while. Everything looks good. Don't see any daylight through the gaps, so that's good. So maybe later when I do it, I'll go live again and show you all that. Dan, yes, the beetle mold that I used to make the Volkswagens, yes, I did make that mold. Smooth cast, Tad. You mean Smooth On Products? Yeah, we are too, Bo. Winter is on its way out. Thank God. Even here in California, it's a pain. Yeah, those Smooth On products are really good. In fact, I don't have any resin right now. So normally I order from the same place I order my other silicone from. Also very expensive, that darn resin. So I went ahead and ordered some Smooth On. I used the Smooth Cast 300. That stuff works really good too. So I should be here today. So I'll try to get some driver figures cast for all you guys that need them. I know that there's been a little bit of an inquiry to me about those driver figures, so I'm gonna try to get a bunch of them cast and have them on hand. So if anybody needs them, I can send them out to you guys. Dan? Is this the Volkswagen body you're talking about? My little split window car? Because yeah, I did. I cast this body. Yes, Bo. Lots of rain here. Yes, Tad. Driver figures. I made a few. I had a little bit of resin left, and I made a few, and they didn't come out very good. So because the resin's really old, I guess I can unplug this glue gun now. Yes, Dan, I did. I did run that Volkswagen live, and I have a video on my channel about it too, on its maiden voyage. the California Dreamin' video. So what else? I guess now that we've seen that, I can kind of move that out of the way, set this aside so it can set up. Maybe you guys like to see what I'm doing here on my other little side project that we had talked about on my last live stream, building the car for the shotgun challenge. And this is the chassis I'm working on. And getting this thing ready to, it's ready. I need to set up the front end and do some other things, but the basic chassis is here. You can see this is how easy way for setting your wheelbase. You know, it's a telescoping. It telescopes. And once it's set, there's a lot of flex here. So maybe a little suspension action. We'll see how it goes. It's got a long ways to go yet. And I don't know, some of you may have seen this on there. This is the car it's going under. Finally going to build one of the Chaparral 2Js. I got the body just about done. This is a resin casting that I did from a 3D print that Danny Wiley made for me. So it should be we'll see how it goes. You're right, Michael. It's short and wide, so I'm hoping, don't know, we'll find out. But this will be the challenge car. I hope so, Bo. Have fun at the dentist, Michael. We'll talk to you later. But yeah, this should be a fast little bugger, I hope. It's going to have a Predator ball bearing with 25K ball bearing motor in it, also known as the Jolly Rancher. So it should scoot. It might even be a little too overpowered. We'll find out. But I've always wanted to build a 2J. I like the Chaparral cars, and of course there are none of these available ready to run. So I worked in conjunction with Danny to get me a 3D print made, and we'll see how she runs. But the chassis, that's the chassis. Hey, Daihi. Welcome aboard, brother. We're just farting around here this morning. I was making a mold box, and now I'm just showing some other crud just to kill some time. Got another hot rod in the works here. No, it will not, Daihi. You actually have to adjust the gear mesh and such. But this is the newest hot rod that's going to be in the little series. It is a 34 Ford Victoria. Should be a good one. You like the matte black, Bo? Yeah. I was actually going to paint it and make it shiny black, and then I got the matte black on there and thought, ooh, love me some black suede, so I'm going to leave it that way. Eric, the shotgun challenge, it is going to be a race that I'm going to be holding here on my little track. I'm building the Chaparral, and I'm going to race it for time live. And then if anybody wants to build a car and send it to me to race also live to challenge me, that's the deal. So if you want to challenge Shotgun and see if you can beat him, go for it. And there'll be, at the end of the whole thing, there'll be a prize for the winner. So that's the Shotgun challenge. I haven't formally announced it yet. I'm working on getting a rule page together and all that, because there really aren't any rules, but it's going to be fun, I think. Hey, you know what, Tad? That might not be a bad idea. Race for pinks, right? Yeah, that's, you know what? That might not be a bad idea, Tad. Dethrone me off my own track and you get my car. That's a good idea. Racing for pinks. Good idea, Tad. Oh, I don't think it'll be that hard to beat me, Tad. My cars aren't generally always that fast, you know. The booby prize. That's a good. We will have a booby prize, Bo. So yeah, that's all this morning. I just wanted to do a little live stream, chat with you guys, show you what's going on my bench. I just finished up my land barge car. Absolutely, Daihi. Oh, Dave is here. Good morning, or actually, good evening for you. We're just BSing. That's all. I was showing the boys how I make a mold box for my latest project that I'm going to cast, and now we're just we were chatting about my shotgun challenge car that I'm building, and showing off the latest hot rod that I've got on the bench. No, I don't think Dave does sleep either. He's up all hours. But then again, he's got a little in at home. Little Rowan probably keeps him awake, keeps him hopping, keeps you young. So that's what 4:35 in the afternoon, right, Dave? If my military timing is correct. Oh yeah, you tuning your Carrera cars, Dave, with your glue gun. So did you guys catch my land barge build? It's all done now, finally. My glue gun use is over for the day, Dave. I shall put it back in its case and get it out of the way. My glue gun has its own fancy little case. You're absolutely right, Eric. Who needs rules? And that's why there aren't any to my race. It's pretty much going to be the only rule is going to be no silicone tires and no commercial style motors. Otherwise, it's open season. A harmonica case, Dave. No, that was actually, I robbed that from my son when he graduated from elementary school. He didn't want his pencil box anymore, so I stole it. I do not play the harmonica. Well, I can play "Oh Susanna," and that's the only song I can play. Here you guys go. We'll have a look at the Booby Trap Gentleman's Lounge special. I don't know if any of you guys. It's missing a damn wheel insert. I lost one. Waiting for Harry. He's going to send me a new one. So we'll look at the good side. I don't know if any of you guys caught that. The name of the car. It's the sponsor is the Booby Trap Gentlemen's Club, co-sponsored by Beaver Liquors. And I don't know if you guys caught the driver's name. He is very well known around the strip club scene. His name is Hugh Jardon. Good afternoon, Tom. Nice to see you here. So yeah, this will be my entry into the land barge. My chassis. It's very simple. I went a different way this time. I added lots of weight in the nose of this thing. She's not light. So the hole in the floorboards is where I actually, when I put my driver figures in, I put a screw through them. They never seem to stick with just glue. Indeed he does, Dahi. Indeed he does. The lighting here is horrible. You see him in there. Of course, he has his signature cigarette sticking out of his mouth. Here, I think we could do it this way so you guys can see. Let's see here. There he is. I got a little flashlight action going there. There he is. Got his cigarette going. Well, good morning, Raul. Nice to see you. What are you up to? Yes, Tad. Third leg. Got a really good shifter. So, yes. Can't wait to get this thing on the track at Harry's. I will be going to Harry's in July for the race to help him and George. All of the three of us and a few other of the regular locals will be there. And, of course, we'll be doing lots of live streaming and whatnot. So it's going to be fun. My annual trip to the home racing world. Don't know where I put. There it is. Over here. My block. So Hugh should be ready to race. Anything else you guys want to know? See, hear? The chassis for this baby. It's going to be good. I like the detail on the back of this car, the fans and everything. I still need to put the little clear Lexan spoilers on it. Hopefully it goes. Yes, Dave, super short wheelbase. This is the chassis for the car. So, like you say, I still have to set the wheelbase. It's not put together yet, but let me pop it off of here. Let's see. So, yeah, it's about somewhere right around there. It's only chassis is only going to be about that long. Front wheels will be up here. Yeah, Tad, there you go. See, you got goals, brother. You got goals. The challenge is going to be fitting a guide under this car. I need some Ernie Mazzetti engineering here to get this guide underneath this. There's no room. whatsoever. So not sure how I'm going to pull that off yet. I bet it will. We'll find out, Tad. You got to build you a little screamer to dethrone me, and it could be yours. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing here. Tinker, it's Tinker Day. I should work on this car again. I get sidetracked. I had the land barge that needed to be built. I still got 2 more cars that have to go for that race. I still need to build a sportsman and a modified. And then I started on this new hot rod project, which occupied my time for a while. I sort of got off it. I'm not done with it yet either. And then I came up with this brilliant plan. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff on my plate here. And now between all that, I'm going to make this. Yeah, scatterbrained. That's good description of Shotgun Dave. You know what, Dave? That would be cool. I believe there's a kit of this car floating around, a resin kit. And if I'm not mistaken, that kit has a separate little motor to turn the fans. These are stationary. There's no moving detail on this one. But I think that's been done. That would be really cool, though. We used to have a guy that was on Home Racing World board a lot with me. He was kind of my co-conspirator with all this crazy stuff that we used to do, Bob Taylor. And he and I came up with some crazy stuff. And Bob, boy, he'd build these hot rods like I do, and he would make it so the shaft on the motor would run through the engine on the car and turn the fan. And yeah, he had all kinds of, he was a step ahead, man. I miss Bob and his creativity. It don't make the car go any faster, but it's sure fun to run them and watch that stuff. Yeah, we need to get Bob back active again. He lost his wife here last year, so he's been kind of out of things for a while. The McMurtry, Dave. I need to get some paint on here. So that's what's going on in Shotgun Dave's world right now. Anything else you guys want to see, hear, do, anything? Kind of showed you everything I'm up to right now. I got this now. I know a lot of you guys are. I bought this from a company. I actually didn't when I bought it. I didn't look at it when I purchased it, and it took a little while for it to get here. But this stuff came all the way from Australia. I was looking for a 2K clear coat, and I am going to use this on my next project here. This stuff is it's like actual car paint. It's a urethane 2-part, has a hardener. So I'm gonna try this. I'm really thinking that this is the ticket. It wasn't expensive either. This whole kit was $20. There's enough clear there to paint. I don't even know how many cars. And somehow I inadvertently must have ordered it twice because I got 2 of these kits. So I'm going to do a little review of this stuff when I get going with it. Yeah, right, Dave. I agree. That's why I wanted this. Back when I actually, worked for a living, most of you know that I was a painter, car painter, and aircraft. And I've always been doing this, and I used to use actual car paint, 2K urethane, to paint my models and my stock cars. And it looked good, but it was a little heavy. It looked very thick. But I think this is the ticket. Yeah, Tad, right here. Yeah, my airbrush is right here. But I'm really anxious to give this 2K stuff a try. I think it's going to look good. And this is made for models. That's why I thought this will be the way to go, because, like I said, using regular car paint was way too thick, and you could thin it out, but then you had so much reducer in it that it caused problems with decals and whatnot. This is made for models, so it's not as heavy. So I'm thinking maybe. And I've seen pictures of what their cars look like painted with this. It looks awesome. Yeah, Tad, airbrushing. I actually, even though I have an airbrush and I do use it for stuff, um, we've had this talk before. I spend more time using my little touch-up gun. I paint my cars with this. It's easier for me. Coming from the real paint world, it's just easier for me to paint with this. You know, um, these guns aren't cheap, but I like it. It's just better. Exactly, Dave. That's what I'm thinking. They have engineered this paint just for models. So you're right. It should be a smaller, for lack of a better word, molecule size, and it shouldn't be so plastic looking. Like this car right here, it has 4 coats of lacquer. I like the lacquer paint. I don't use enamel. It takes too damn long to dry, so I use lacquer. And it's this car looks pretty good. It needs to be color sanded and cut back, but um, it does look good. I actually thought about color sanding this down and putting a coat of that on top of it, see how it looks. Hey, Boom. Yep, mini jets. I get it totally. I have those too. I like my Iwatas. Whoops. I switched from SATA to Iwata quite a few years ago, and I just like them better. But the SATA is an excellent gun as well. I had several of those mini jets. Nothing wrong with being a rattle can junkie, Tad. You can do fantastic work with a rattle can. There's tricks to using it. You know, uh, fill the sink full of hot water as hot as you can stand and soak the can in it for 15 or 20 minutes before you spray. You'll be amazed at the results. Right, Bo. Car paint's just a lot thicker. You know what, Boone? I had I had 15 over 15 spray guns. I have a locker out in my garage. But quite a few years ago, when I basically retired from the business, I sold all of my spray guns. I didn't need them; they were just collecting dust. So that Iwata touch-up gun is the only one I have left. That and my ancient DeVilbiss JGAs. I won't sell my JGAs. Plus, they're illegal to use now. Yeah, see, Dave, you're the classic example right there. That golf you did was all rattle can, and look how beautiful that car came out. Yeah, me too, Boone. I've a few years back, I painted my buddy's 48 Indian motorcycle and sidecar setup for him. And I used my old JGA to do it because I don't work in a shop. So I'm not governed by those rules. So I did. I used my old JGA, and boy, I love that gun. Huge fan, puts out the material. There you go. Wow. God, must have been an old can of paint, Dave. Hey, no problem, Tad. Thanks for popping in. I'm planning to end it here in a few minutes, anyways. Just like I said, I just wanted to pop in and just bullshit with everybody and show them the new projects and all that stuff. So have a good day, brother. So now that I have the mold box made for this little midget, maybe later after I pick my son up from school, I'll go live again and show you guys the process of getting the silicone ready and how to make the mold, how to pour it. Yeah, me too, Dave. 15-year-old can of paint with still has this propellant in it. That's got to be a record. See you later, Daihi. I'm sure we'll talk later. Well, guys, that was pretty much it. I just wanted to see if you guys were interested in, what I was doing with the mold, how I make that. So, like I said, maybe later we'll pop in live again and show you how we degas and do all that stuff if I can. I may get to it today. I may not. Like I said, my son gets out of school early today, so I have to run around and do all that nonsense. But well, it's not nonsense. It's my son. But anyways, I hope you guys like that. I like doing these impromptu live streams. It just feels good to me, like we're all just sitting around bullshitting. Now, if we could just have a beer, it'd be even better. Thanks, Bo. I appreciate that. I'm glad. Yep. Thanks, Boone. Thanks for popping in. I know you're a busy man. Hey, how you feeling, Boone? How's the healing going? You feeling you got both wings going again? So we'll talk to y'all later and keep an eye out. I think I might just go live again later and show you guys what's up on how to 60%. Well, 60% is better than what you started out with, Boone. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. We haven't talked a lot lately. I feel like a bad friend. I haven't checked in on you. But cool, bros. We'll talk at y'all this afternoon, and thanks for spending your time with me. I appreciate it. You guys all have a great afternoon. Of course, Eric. Perfect timing. Yeah, sorry, man. But keep an eye out later. I'll be back. Promise. Talk to y'all later.